Hello there, welcome to a Tyke Farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling ding-dong the bell. It's Wednesday, 5 o'clock. We've had 3 men on site working today. They've just finished, they're out the front now. So I'll show you around and show you what we've been doing today. So we haven't been working on the house at all. All the chickens are fed and they've got water. It's spitting with rain. We've had 1 or 2 showers this afternoon. Nice and cool. So we'll go and have a look at the pigs. We're all fed and cleaned out. So we'll go and have a look at the chickens and show you what we've been working on. Now we've been working in here all day. Basically what we've done is built this cage. It's very nearly finished. Just some of this finer mesh to go on the floor. And that's 8 by 4 and it's well off the ground. It's 18 inches off the ground. And we reckon that we'll get between 40 and 50 birds in there. 1.5 kilo size. So how it's going to work is we've got the brooding boxes. They've got plywood sides, as I've explained once before, to keep the day-old chicks wide. And then as they get older, these have got netting sides to let as much air in as we can. So that brooding box will probably come over here. And this shed isn't a perfect square. So we're going to have to move this cage around and see how we can get them in and how many we can get in. But we're thinking we might get 3 cages along that wall this way around. And then we might get another cage along that wall. But when the wind's in that direction and it's raining, it does blow rain into the shed. There is a eave overhanging, but not adequate. So we'll have to solve that problem. Maybe put a plywood siding at that side to shelter them. I don't know, but it's not a difficult problem to solve. And we may get a cage up this side. So maybe 5 of these cages, maybe 4. We'll have to wait and see. But if we get 4 cages, that's capacity for 200 birds. Now, these birds, it seems to be the industry standard. They harvest them in 30 days at 1.5 kilos. It's taking us, I don't know exactly because I haven't marked it on the calendar, but I suspect it's taking us 40 days. And the difference is probably the feed. We're feeding them as everybody else feeds chickens here on PIGGERY. And they grow on it fine. But if we can get the days down, I want to. So when I buy the next lot of chickens in, I shall buy chicken feed. 3 starter, and grower. And change the feed on the days recommended. So we can get nearer to that 30-day period. So if we have 4 cages, we're going to have to sell between 40 and 50 birds a week. Now we can sell 20 birds a week, I think, live outside the shop. So we're going to have to start butchering ourselves, and as they do here, they chop a bird up into pieces and they sell it out the freezer like that. Or we can sell a half a bird, and we can sell a quarter of a bird, so that instead of people buying a chicken of a weekend, if we're doing a quarter of a bird, they can buy chicken every day of the week. That's the way I think, anyway. And the guts and the chicken head and feet, the liver and the crop is all sold here. The liver and the crop Jean bought last week on the market. It was 200 pesos a kilo. The crop is good meat, but I've never eaten it in the West. I would imagine it's very tough, because it's a muscle that does a lot of work. But here they eat it and they pay 200 pesos a kilo. But the heads and feet and the guts, it'd be very little money, I would imagine. But that's a good thing, because people here, a lot of people have very little money, and you're allowing them to purchase a partner for rice midweek for a few pesos. And from a business point of view, you maximise your profits, and the wages are very cheap, so I can have, when the butcher, I can have them doing another hour and a half cleaning guts and packaging them. So yeah, that's the plan. So tomorrow, more of the same. We'll take all this netting down here. We'll walk this cage around the shed and see where we're going to put cages and how many we can get in. And the local birds, I've told them to stop feeding them, but they're still giving them a bit of feed. They'll go out there, they'll feed themselves on what they can find out there, and then they can come in here and they'll clean up what's under the cages. That's why I've raised the cages higher. At the minute, same as that cage at the far side, there's an awful lot of feed under there. And these meat birds aren't cleaning it up because they've got these more easily found feed out the feeders. And we always make sure there's feed in front of them, because we want to grow them as quickly as possible. But when they're in these cages, these local birds will do a good job for us. They'll clean up all the feed what's spilt underneath, so there's no wastage. Now these chicks are what came out of this grower box, this brooding box, most of them, and they're looking well. And then there as well, feeding. Now tomorrow, I think Ramon wants 5 chickens, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we've maybe 10 big enough to go up the shop in the cage outside. I'll bring the scales down and weigh them. We've only 1 left outside the shop now. That's sold at 1.5 kilo. Maybe we can find a few more at 1.5 kilo. I don't really want to sell them under that. But I'd like to have chickens out there on Sunday when we butcher a pig, because not everybody can afford to buy the pork. So it's a perfect opportunity to sell chickens as well. Right, so that's it for today. I'll leave it there. We'll do it all again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.